Alright, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to It Moves. I really don't know much about this. So he does have scuba gear for this one, so that's good, I guess. I really don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I can't really go anywhere. Just kind of swimming to it. I don't go across. Keep pressing A, trying to figure out what am I doing? Oh, okay. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. Ooh. This looks really good. Like, I don't know how they did this. This is an RPG Maker game. I don't know how they did it. Oh, is that Dad? Oh, he did. Drain the water and remove diving gear? Sure, why not? Hopefully it doesn't fall out again. Papa? Father? Read the logbook. Captain Theodore Fielding, September 2nd, 2007. One of my biggest fears is deep water. Ironic when you consider the fact that I'm now working a mining station thousands of feet underwater in the Marinara Trench. Pasta. I have always wondered why I was afraid and reached a simple conclusion. The true fear presented here is actually going down beneath the surface into the depths. It's a combination of all of our most common fears. One, the fear of the dark. When you're at the bottom of a body of water, you can't see anything. It's pitch black. Have you ever tried to swim as far down the lake as you could? It gets really dark and cold really fast, about 10 feet down. But even more than that, even that's nothing compared to the deepest point of the entire crust of the Earth, located at the bottom of the Pacific Ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 38,000 plus feet. If you put Mount Everest at the bottom of the trench, the top of the mountain would still be over a mile below the surface of the ocean. Everything below you is complete darkness, and this definitely plays into our collective fear of the dark. Fear 2. Fear of suffocating. Have you ever gotten to the point where you swam down too far in the swimming pool and you seriously considered the fact that you might not make it back into the top before you ran out of breath? If you've ever been roughhousing as a kid and with blankets and pillows and you accidentally got pinned inside of a sleeping bag or something, and you get to that point where laughter temporarily turns into screaming, you know what the scary concept of not being able to breathe is. Even if you have scuba gear with you down in that deep dark abyss, there's a chance a valve could pop or you could run out of oxygen. You can't see and you can't really take a deep breath. Could it get worse? Yes. 3. Fear of the unknown. There are over 1 million species of creatures in the ocean, and scientists estimate there are an additional 9 million species yet to be discovered. That means we only know what 11% of the creatures in the ocean are. Most of the beings in the ocean are things mankind has never even seen or heard of. Who knows what could be down there? Think of a time when you were walking in a dimly lit basement trying to find something. All of a sudden something brushes up against the back of your neck. They become airborne, similar to a frightened cat, and instantly turn around and shine their flashlight to see what it was. It's never anything actually scary. But in deep water, it's always something scary. It's dark and you can barely breathe, and something just touched you and you have no idea where they just went. But there is nothing to fear. 4. Fear of flying insects. Imagine that as you're walking along, all the beetles and scorpions crawling along the ground. The huge black hairy spiders that are hidden from view in the cracks, and the slimy worms and snakes that are burrowed beneath the ground simultaneously start flying everywhere they wanted. Anywhere they wanted. That is what the bottom of the sea without water would be like. For those strange creatures underwater, there is no up or down. Even the manliest of men, even though they appear to be calm, quickly tense up and become filled with secret fear that the bug might land on their eyeball or fly into their mouth. And that's why men try so hard to kill them. Unfortunately, in deep water, you can't see any of the undiscovered freakish flying creatures that brush past your body as you grasp at your suffocating throat. 5. Fear of being caught. Imagine you're running from a bear. You will be eaten if you are caught. It doesn't help that bears can run faster sideways than the fastest human can run forwards. When you're at the bottom of the sea, everything that is around you was built to move in the water. If something truly frightening like a shark or giant squid caught sight of you, you could turn the other way and flail about all you want, but the monster will catch up with you in a split second. You can't get away from anything. Even if you had a wherewithal to see and breathe, you couldn't run from danger. It would simply find you and devour you. There are lots of places that I wouldn't want to be, such as trapped in a burning house or alone in the vacuum of space. But in the burning house, at least I can see, and in the space, at least there aren't any creatures that could get me. There is no other place in the universe that combines as many common fears as 7 miles below the surface of the Pacific Ocean. It is because of the combination of all those fears that I am so horrified of deep water. Wow, that got fucking deep. Yo. So he went that way, so I can't go that way. Okay, so we can only go this way. Wow, anglerfish, jellyfish. It looks really cool. This is really nicely done. Really? You're gonna make me do this again? Well then, that was interesting. They said this game was supposed to be short. I don't know how short it is. What if it was asleep? It hadn't so much as breathed since I had woken up. Perhaps it was resting. Thinking that it had finally got me. That it was finally in its grasp. Or perhaps it was just toying with me. After all, I'd just been doing that for countless nights. And now with me under it, pinned against my mattress with no mother to protect me. Maybe it was holding off, savoring its victory until the last possible moment, like a wild animal savoring its prey. I tried to breathe as shallowly as possible, and mustering every ounce of courage I could. I reached over slowly with my right hand and began to peel the blanket off me. What I found under my covers almost stopped my heart. I did not see it, but as my hand moved to the blanket, something brushed against something cold, smooth and cold. Something which felt unmistakably like a gauntlet hand. I held my breath in terror, as I was sure it must have now known that I was awake. Nothing. It did not stir. It felt dead. After a few minutes, I placed my hand carefully further down the blanket and felt a thin, poorly formed forearm. My confidence and almost twisted sense of curiosity grew as I moved further down. Disproportionately larger bicep muscle. The arm was outstretched lying across my chest, with the hand resting on my left shoulder as it grabbed me in my sleep. I realized that I would have to move this cadaverous appendage if I even so much as hoped to escape his grasp. For some reason, the feeling of torn, ragged clothing on the shoulders of this nighttime invader stopped me in my tracks. Fear once again swelled in my stomach and in my chest as I recoiled my hand in disgust at the touch of straggled, oily hair. I could not bring myself to touch its face, although I wonder to this very day what it would have felt like. Dear God, it moved. Chapter 7. Hostia. Save? Yes. Alright guys, I'm going to wrap this up for right now, since I saved it. In the next one, I'll come back and I'll start back here. But I gotta edit those 2 episodes together. I don't know what happened. But anyhow, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Bye bye.